Hi guys, I'm back with another YouTube video, and this video is actually a DIY, and I'm so excited to share with you guys because my outcome is amazing. So if you're interested in learning how to create this t-shirt, please continue watching. So for starters, you'll need a t-shirt. You can use an old t-shirt or a new t-shirt. I went out and bought a t-shirt from Walmart, and it was a little less than $5, so I wasn't spending a lot of money on a t-shirt that I knew I was going to destroy, and it's so cute. So you'll need safety pins. Also, the safety pins are optional, but I wanted to add a little creativity through the safety pins, so that's why I went out and got the safety pins. You'll need scissors and bleach. So let's get started. So for starters, I made sure that the t-shirt was laid out flat. When it comes to cutting and where you're going to place your distressed cuts, it's completely random and it's completely based off your creativity and where you want to put the slits. So I started at the very bottom of my t-shirt because when the t-shirt is finished, I wanted it to droop down. So I added 5 lines at the very bottom of my t-shirt, with the 5th line being the very longest line. So from the 5th line is longer, and then once I go up to the top of the t-shirt, the first line is the shortest line. So after I did that, I after I did that, this is how the lines look. Sorry, it was pretty windy, but I made 5 lines, and it just looks like random little lines at the bottom of the t-shirt, and that's exactly how you want it to look. And so after I added those lines, I went up and at the top of the shoulder, the right shoulder, I did the same exact thing, but this time I made the lines vertical so that when it fell, it would be on my it would be like the lines would be like on top of my shoulder, and it kind of give me like a little shoulder cleavage, and it came out really cute. You'll see. So after I added those lines, I think I added about 5 lines as well. This is how those lines came out. Sorry, I thought I was in the camera. Okay, there you go. They just came out like that, just like the bottom, and you can make them longer, you can make them shorter. That completely depends on how much shoulder you want out in that specific location. Okay, so this part is not really hard at all. You just have to really pay attention, but it's like a creation of little tiny dots. And with the tiny dots, you have to be very specific about how big you want the dots. So I just folded the shirt and I cut very tiny. If I wanted bigger dots in certain areas, I made it longer. But for the most part, I wanted the dots to be very small and like a school of them, like a school of dots in one area. So I just made like a bunch, maybe like 15 to 20 of those lines, and I continued to cut in random spots in that same location so that once the shirt was completed, you would see like a bunch of dots in that area. And most of my dots are small, but you can definitely make bigger ones, and I think that brings more creativity to the t-shirt. So whatever you want to do, I'm just kind of showing you guys how to cut and the way to cut. And after that, it's pretty much just based off how you feel when you're cutting your t-shirt. So after I created those dots, I love them so much that I think I did it on the back side as well. Once you get the hang of cutting the vertical lines, the horizontal lines, the little dots, you can do those lines in those different types of cuts throughout the entire t-shirt. Wherever you want these designs to be on the t-shirt, you can do as many as you want, as little as you want. It's gonna all turn out to be a distressed t-shirt in the end. And so after I did that, I stretched out the dots to make them appear to be, I keep saying dots, but to make them appear to be holes. I just pull this t-shirt as much as I can so that you can see how the holes came out. And you don't have to do this right after you do it, but I was just so eager to make sure that it came out right, and I did it here. So I'm going to also, you're going to see later in the video, I'm going to do it again. And this part, I was like, this was something that I knew I was going to do, like, when I first bought the shirt, was to add a slit at the very center of the collar. And the purpose of me doing that is I wanted to add the slit, and then I wanted to add the safety pins right there. So that's the main reason about the safety pins. I actually added the safety pins on other places too that you'll see later in the video, and this is how that turned out, or the collar. You can make it longer, but I didn't want to cut the word, so I made it right at the top of the word. Okay, so after I added that, I went through the t-shirt and I added more cuts, more holes, everything on the t-shirt as much as I wanted to add, and I moved on to the very next step. So after you are satisfied with your holes, see, you can see where I added my holes and where I added my lines and where I added everything. And after I was satisfied, I went through and I kind of stretched a few places. I held it up. I did whatever I wanted to do to make sure that the lines were in proper places. So after I did that, I laid my shirt out flat and it's bleach time. So with my bleach, you can actually use a spray bottle if you wanted to, but I came up with this idea literally as I was sitting there. And I just poured the bleach in the cap and spread the bleach around the entire t-shirt. And I just lightly shook the cap of it and just let bleach fall off as it fell off in whatever location that it was in. And after I did that, I flipped it over. I probably used about 5 capfuls of bleach, but after I did the front, then I went to the back, and I saw that from the front of the shirt, a lot of the bleach had seeped through. So when it got to the back, I did not have to do as much as I did on the front. So then I just added maybe about another capful or 2 to the front to the back of the t-shirt. Okay, so the order of adding the bleach and adding the safety pins is completely based on the order that you want to do it. It really, really, really doesn't matter at all. So as you can see, I added the bleach first and then I added the safety pins. Okay, so like I said, I added the bleach, then I added the safety pins. Okay, so the place that I really was like dying to add the safety pins was at the collar where I made that slit. So I added about 5 or 6 safety pins right there, and I started from the bottom and I went up. I probably put them like a centimeter apart, each safety pin, and it came out really, really cute. I was so excited. And then I proceeded to add safety pins right up under my boob area where I made vertical slits, and I just added those at random. So wherever you feel like a safety pin should go, or you think it would be cute there, just go ahead and add the safety pin, and it does come out extremely, extremely cute, and it adds so much creativity to the shirt. But like I said before, the safety pins are optional. After I added the safety pins, I was pretty much complete with the shirt, but I went through and I stretched out more of the material of the shirt to make the holes and the lines appear bigger and longer and droopier and whatever you want it to look like, because once you wash it, it's definitely going to happen more, but I didn't want to wash it because I didn't want the bleach to spread. Oh, another thing. Do not put this shirt in the wash immediately after you're done. Allow it to sit, allow it to dry, because if you put it in the wash immediately, the bleach will spread everywhere over the entire shirt and the whole shirt will be bleached. So if you want the bleach to be exactly where exactly where it landed once you were bleaching it, then let the shirt dry and you can let it sit in the sun. You can just let it sit in your closet, wherever you want to let it sit, so that the bleach doesn't spread. And after I did that and stretched out the material of the shirt, I was done, and this is how my shirt came out, and I'm so, so, so excited. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, if you feel like I left out anything, please comment below, and I'll be sure to return your comments and make sure that I am helping you in any way that you need help. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel, and if you enjoyed it, give me a very big thumbs up. I will really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much.